It's me, Meg, Anime Freak X3 here, and today I am going to give you part 9 of my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. I was about to say Skyrim. Anyways, let's go and talk to Liliana Hill, since she is
So
one of the
it's true.
candidates for being
Some look to Cassandra or even me as
divine
Justinia's successor. I never
Victoria.
thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
The way you said it sounds like you're going to kill someone, Lydia. We've been through this. Context.
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Let Andrew think. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but some of these options are just hilarious.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
Chill. That would be vessel.
No, we don't want that.
Okay.
And the Chantry can see that it doesn't happen.
The
people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Okay, there are a few things I would like to get over with now. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
There is something I wish to discuss, Inquisitor.
I'm going that way though. We did get.
I must return to Valrayo to see that everything is in order. Please join me
Why
when
can't we
you can.
just do it here? It's just gonna be a waste of time. But yeah, the war table results for Juliana's side quest had just came in, so I would like to do at least that. Also, we have Cassandra's to do that I would actually would like to do at least before storming the level castle. Hopefully, we have fun doing it. I did update at least some people's gear from last night. So in case anyone was wondering. Oh, before I forget, I did choose a a special category for my character. It is ta-da! And before anyone panics, or contradicts myself, I feel like this class will work well with my character.
I read Liliana's report. Her people infiltrated the League of Assassins, targeting you. The contract on your life has been destroyed. You should be safe now.
And thus we outwit the House of Repose.
Should we have waited for an assassin to sneak through instead?
I've no doubt that the guild was staffed by vicious men and women, Inquisitor. It's simply... Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Oh, that
Bards
explains how you
entertain the
know
Orlesian
Liliana.
court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
And now you're a diplomat.
How did you go from being a wandering singer to an ambassador?
In a very sad fashion. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
It's clearly self-defense.
You were only defending
Such
yourself.
enclosed case.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man
You
would
do
have
not
grown
talk to
into.
royal. I'm sorry. Still a bond. I'm sorry.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually used the blade. In all the commotion... Forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montillier, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Okay, I'll to Cassandra's quest. Where we will know what happened to the seagulls. Hopefully this will just be a quick in and out quest and we don't have to kill anything or anyone.
Care Oswin. Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
Everyone going crazy.
He might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna be a nice welcome wagon just for us. It's gonna be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hello there. And he went. It's a very tough.
I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
What strange
What
beliefs
kind
though?
of
You don't
strange
know.
beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Yeah, I don't like cultists in the reason that.
Cultists? Why am I not surprised?
This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
Everything is connected to Corypheus one way or another. Oh my god, the lighting here sucks. Ugh. Bit a pet peeve of mine. Sorry.
A Seeker.
That's not a
Did
good
they
sign.
torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this.
Just don't go too crazy. Leave the crazy killing to the Iron Ball. Good to know that, there's more red lyrium everywhere.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the
Hey,
effects of
Cassandra, I
Red
highly
Lyrium, the
recommend
Elder
maybe
One
putting your
has seen
sword up
fit to
before you
place them
stab
in
someone.
your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Magister Calpurnia, leader of the Venatori. Does Corypheus not realize the Promisers want the world to end? What use are they to him?
They belong together.
So
Yeah, I'm not
Corypheus
that
sold the Seekers to these cultists?
And they leapt at the chance, of course. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to Red Lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
You sound worried.
I am. The Seekers are my family.
Oh, poor Cassandra. Pardon me, sorry. Now this look homey. That might be the welcoming wagon. So now at level 4, so I can actually equip that one. Damn, that's a big throne. I want it. Man, people should watch where they hide the stuff. It's in plain sight. Because who knows might come around and negatively take it.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you.
I take it
I'm
this is
so glad
normal.
I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Wow, that is... Wow.
Can we do anything?
I don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
Wait, are we talking about the envy demon now? Or because I remember killing that thing and it being 100% dead.
Could it have been the demon from Therenfall?
No. The demon came later.
But a demon couldn't simply take his place without anyone noticing.
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
Would he really work with these cultists?
I intend to find out.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome.
And fade to black.
He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
And finally kill him. I'm sorry, but at this point he is He cannot be redeemed.
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra,
Ooh, someone looked
with a
pissed.
woman I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
Hey, Cassandra, double check that he isn't another demon. Trust me, you do not want a demon in your bloody head. It's really trippy.
You must be very proud of your handiwork.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
I agree with you. Yeah, we're not the same.
We
buddy.
are not the original Inquisition.
Of course you say that now.
So you did all this because you hate our order?
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
You're talking with us now, buddy. Like a crazy person. Yeah, this is totally
And
not
this
the right
was the
thing.
right thing?
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning.
People
Join us,
always say that,
Cassandra.
and the war
It is
and
the
restore
Maker's
because
will.
that's totally better.
He was insane. He had to be. Perhaps the Envy Demon's influence? Remove the Lord Seeker so it could take over the Templars.
If so, the plan worked perfectly.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this Book of Secrets.
I have a feeling what it is. I think there might be something up here, but don't quote me on it. There it is. Back to Skyhold.
This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker since the time of the Old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
You all right? You look drained.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is? The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
Does the book say it was used for other things?
No. As a Seeker, I looked into abuses. Mages made Tranquil as punishment. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed. The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the right.
Justice.
From the beginning.
But
Why keep that knowledge a secret?
Humor me.
We created the Rite of Tranquility. To become a Seeker, I spent months in a vigil, emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
You said there was more in the book?
At some point, power becomes its own master. We cast aside ideals in favor of expedience, and tell ourselves it was all necessary for the people. Will that happen to us, Inquisitor? Will we repeat history?
Tell you the truth, I cannot see the future, so I don't know.
I can't foresee the future, Cassandra.
But we know the
Okay,
past. Those who do not heed history are doomed to repeat it.
If you did rebuild the Seekers, how would you do it?
I can't be the only one remaining. We will always spread to the winds, and some may still be out there. I would find them one by one. We would all read this book, no more secrets. Then together we would establish a new charter. The Maker's work in truth.
You keep saying that, but what is the Maker's work?
There is no way to know for certain.
Just humor me
That is
here,
why we
Cassandra.
must seek it out. Perhaps we lost our way because we stopped looking.
Make the sequels better.
Rebuild the Seekers.
See what goes
Make them
wrong,
better than they were.
improve it. There you go. It may take time and effort, but you know, in the end, it'll get better.
Thank you. I could not have done this on my own.
Somehow I sunk. I'm sorry. But yeah, in Dragon Age 2, the Knight Commander, well, at least before Colin took up the mantle before joining the Inquisition, she was crazy. She actually obviously abused her right as a you know, a Knight Commander, and actually, as I say, if a mage even sneeze or just look at someone funny, they will make twinkle. It's, oh my gosh, me just even talking about it just, sorry. I might have baby something and nailed it. I'm so glad she just stacked you.
Greetings.
Okay. Phone.
I'm interested in what you
I'm
told me of
just
yourself and your
curious, okay?
studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to
I'm
surprise
seriously,
me.
you're like unlike any other
All right,
mage I
let's
ever
talk.
seen
Has to be
before.
somewhere more interesting than this.
I wonder why too. Oh,
Why
they
here?
dug all this up?
Haven is familiar.
That was fast.
It will always be important to you.
What they have to not
We
smell
talked about that
dragons?
already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
So basically, you're a stalker. That's kind of creepy.
How long can it take to look at a mark on my hand?
A magical mark of unknown origin? Tied
Yeah,
to a unique
unknown
breach in the
origin
veil?
my butt.
Longer than you might think.
I know what you're up to.
I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
That's what she does, really.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes.
Chuckles, chuckles.
You were never going to wake up? How could you? Mortals sent physically through the Fade. I was
Yeah,
frustrated.
that time that
frightened.
happened, we end
The
up with
spirits I might have
what?
consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no
And an
faith in
overgrown
Cassandra.
popsicle
or
stick
she
that
in me.
wanted to send the god.
I was
home.
ready to flee.
But you stayed.
I did.
I wonder why.
I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then,
Technically,
I felt
you
the whole
kind of
world
forced my hand to
change.
do that.
It was that impressive to see me awake?
you had walked in the Fade. I have explored the Fade more than anyone alive. But even I can only visit in dreams. But you might have been able to visit me here while awake.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Okay, question. How did someone get an over 6-foot canary into my bed? Okay, even that kind of sounded better in my head. Never mind then. I didn't ask anything. Now I need to go down flights of stairs. Nah, I know I need to.
had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes. At your service.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sappers. They've already delivered the trebuchets.
That is the good news.
Do I want to know what the bad news is? If it's going to be a buttload of negative stuff, then I am out. You guys had to deal with this on your own. But what about
None
the
of that
demons?
accounts for the Warden summoning a giant demon army.
That is the bad news.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate. But if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
And we get this no other way.
So our plan is to lay siege to a legendary fortress filled with demons?
Well, if
It'll
we
be
can
hard
make it into
fought.
Red
No
Cliff,
way
you
around
know,
it.
Pretty
We'll
so
get that gate
we
open.
can, you know,
It's also possible that some
get
Wardens
into
may
a
be
legendary
sympathetic to our cause.
fortress.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
Before we do that, I know we have enough PowerPoint, but I really want to check in with Morgan before all this madness and deceit.
Inquisitor, if you will.
Your worship.
I'm going the wrong way. Always happens. Or I get on the bloody amount. Actually, now that I'm here, I might as well try an iron ball.
Could be better.
Hey, good to... Are you using a new soap or something? Got one of those scented bath things? Because I don't want this to sound weird, but you smell really good. Almost dragony. All right, that sounded weird.
I've started training as a Reaver. Part of the process involves drinking dragon blood.
Ah, okay. That'd do it. I mean, we all smell a bit better than the elves and the humans. But you're just working it now. I've heard about Reavers. Brutally efficient. Get meaner the more they hurt. Warriors after my own heart.
There was actually another matter I wanted to discuss.
What you got?
Okay, I don't know what is it trigger part had to do with the proof away for some reason, but that's not really the point. I talked to Morgan now before I lose focus again and have another ADD moment.
Worship.
God, I wish there was more plants. At least you can give Skyrim this. You have a buttload of places to plant things. to cutscene heal.
You're the Inquisitor.
What gave it away? My horns?
You're very tall. Mother didn't say you were a Canary.
Oh? I'm told it's the first thing one notices about me.
I noticed your blood. It doesn't belong to your people.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see.
I think he's
It is
not
time
normal.
to return to your
Maybe
studies,
something to do with
little man.
magic. Maybe an old god soul or something. Oh, Morgan. Love to see you in your actually well-known
My
outfit.
son. Never
And that
where you
really
expect
thing that
him to
you're
be,
wearing
naturally.
earlier.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So, 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, not to spoil Origin, delete the last of it, but for Alistair or you, or basically, or that one, oh gosh, let me think. That other guy who I would not mention because every time I do, I get frustrated, but you know who I'm talking about. But basically, your male warden, Alistair, or that traitorous person that I will not speak of, will have to have a ritual with Morgan so that both you and that warden could survive the blight, because the only way to kill an off the demon is for a warden's life to be taken. Sorry for the spoilers for, what's it, 10-year-old game? You must be proud.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of
Can you
mine would
answer
be
that?
raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that
Well,
threaten to
technically,
shake
when we
the
were we
world.
were desperate and maybe
I
lost.
wonder if it is pleased.
Out of curiosity, how do you know about Skyhold?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
You and Solis
This
is
fortress
really
was built upon
Chad
the remains of a
because
site
you guys
holy
seem
to
to
the
know a
ancient
lot.
elves.
I wonder why.
They called it Tara Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned
what
it,
would
as
that
did the
be?
humans who came after them.
Fail.
Bones
Sorry,
laid upon
cough.
bones, silent until your arrival.
I'm just gonna say I'm very fond of it.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best
is
to
great to
aid your
have you
cause
back.
with all the knowledge at my
Hopefully you have
disposal.
some of that
This I
sassiness
swear
that we all
to you.
know and love.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
I know most people usually don't go with the ritual at the end of Origin, but I personally believe it adds so much to Morgan's character of having her son, and also from the life that she had to leave. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to spoil the quote-unquote twist, but let's just say her mother is a really piece of work, and cannot wait to maybe bring her down a peg or two in the next game. Hypothetically, maybe.
My Lady Inquisitor.
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes.
He's a guy that looks like
the
a
elven
popsicle
orb
stick.
he carries is what draws my attention.
Also, he's
I wonder
ugly.
if the power he used to tear open the Fade, in fact, came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
What about his
Do you know
quote
anything about his
dragon? But
It
yeah,
has the appearance of
even
an
though
archdemon.
I say it's an
Of that,
archdemon look-alike.
I am certain. A true archdemon, however, is supposedly the corrupted form of an old god. Has Corypheus actually dug up one of the ancient prisons? If so, why has a new blight not begun? His dragon is something else, something connected to his blighted nature as well as his magic. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Is it even possible
I
that
feel like
Corypheus could
can
succeed?
he become a god?
Black City exists. Wherever one goes in the Fade, it is visible in the sky. The last time Corypheus and his cohort stormed its doors, they unleashed the Blight upon the world. This time, perhaps he might indeed gain untold power, becoming something unto a god. It is also possible he could unleash something far worse than the Blights. So yes, Corypheus could succeed in his goal. If not, his attempt alone could destroy the world.
She thinks of me as his rival.
Corypheus
How
says I'm a
cliche
rival.
can you get?
Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
No, that looks like some sort of crazy nut job.
No, never.
Tell Corypheus that, and see if he believes you.
However you can help, it's appreciated.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah, yes. Whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
You find the
You were in
Fifth Blight,
Ferelden
and
during
how
the Blight?
does-
The Blight
is
began
that
in the Kakari
Liliana
Wilds,
mentioned
so
to?
yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. She is the reason the Blight was defeated. I wish things had gone differently in the end. It had to be, yet. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
The Orlesian court
I mean,
seems like
no
an odd
offense,
place to
but I
find
think
someone
this is
like
probably
you.
the last thing
That was the
that you will
point,
probably ever
originally.
choose to do.
I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Oh, ladle.
As you like.
Inquisitor?
Okay, so now let's go storm the castle. And yes, once again, that is a Princess Bride reference. And shut up, I love that movie. Okay, that's... Ooh. Let's go and storm the castle. Well, in this case, fortress, but you know, tomato, tomato. There we go. Pardon me. Some more. Okay. For the orders!
They're through! All right, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
Don't take risks.
I'll be fine. Just keep the men safe.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Stroud will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. She's assisting them until you arrive. There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
Sure thing.
not be sacrificed for some insane ritual.
Finally, someone that actually know what thinking common bloody sense.
Brothers, can't you see this is madness? It's so you.
Madness. This is awesome.
Keep your distance.
Really? Just fall back.
The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill wardens. If you fall
The
back,
last thing we
you won't
need
be
is
harmed.
to repeat what happened 10 bloody years ago.
We want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must.
Thank
Well,
you.
I had hoped some of the wardens would listen to me.
Well, good as it's still some science and common sense. Give them a bloody promotion when all this shite is over. Did I just hear the Wilhelm scream? Do not kill the fucker.
Back to the ladder. All clear. You can press on ahead, Your Worship. We'll clear a path for the rest of our forces.
these. I mean, listening to them. Thank you for finally dying.
I thought your men could use some help up here.
Good work. Stay with my forces and see that they survive this.
I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
Back from the ladder.
Feel the power of the faith. Not by that, baby. I would never get that soul lock. How many doors does this place have? That one way to slow down your bloody enemy by adding a whole bunch of bloody unnecessary doors.
Warden,
this looks very
we are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside, Clarel. We have no time to stand on ceremony.
These men and women are giving their lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tevinter, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. If my sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens, then my blood will have to do.
Oh my god, how stupidly all you guys. Goodness! Oh, I swear, my Grey Warden is rolling her eyes as we speak.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
let's, you know, do less fighting and more, you know, making sure we get some common sense into these knuckleheads.
Clarel, if you complete that ritual, you're doing exactly what Aramond wants!
What? Fighting the Blight? Keeping the world safe from Darkspawn? Who wouldn't want that? And yes, the ritual requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the Wardens for doing their duty!
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then your Tevinter ally binds the mages to Corypheus!
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people
You
will say
cannot
anything to
kill
shake
him.
your confidence, Clarel.
Bring it through! Please. I've seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I trained half of you myself! Do not make me kill you to stop this madness!
I mean, what team was this? Of Beyond. Mr. Beyond.
Be ready with the ritual, Clarel. This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
Listen to me! I have no quarrel with the Wardens! I have spared those I could! I don't want to kill you, but you're being used! And some of you know it, don't you?
The mages who've done the ritual. They're not right. They were my friends, but now they're like puppets on a string.
You cannot let fear sway your mind, Warden Chernoff. He's not afraid. You are. You're afraid that you ordered all these brave men and women to die for nothing.
I honor your bravery, my brothers and sisters. But this is not the way. You have been tricked.
Clarel, we have come so far. You're the only one who can do this.
Perhaps we could test the truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Or perhaps I should bring in a more reliable ally. My master thought you might come here, Inquisitor. He sent me this to welcome you.
Oh yeah, welcome. Oh my god, there's an odd team in Dragon. Call him Squishy and he will be my Squishy. Ooh, talk about being backstab.
Clarel.
I think that's just too small. Inquisition.
How do we get out of here? Follow Clarel. It's the only clear path.
Darn it, I cannot save this. Ugh. Let's dodge the freak of Mother Nature. That's putting it behind me. I am getting flashes back to Skyrim now. Like the very beginning of it. So cloudy, just like kind of big. Ooh, Maze on ring 5.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens.
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch.
Says the guy with the evil mustache.
All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody.
Ooh! What in the goins?
You could have served a new god.
I will
like
never serve the Blight.
I think he's a god. This was the only I don't need that.
Victory. In peace, vigilance.
That was a salt game. That's all, folks. All credits. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Where
this
are
isn't
we?
trippy at all. I want to know how you got there, or so I just say no.
We were falling. Is this... Are we dead?
No.
If we're
This is
dead,
the
then I'm in
fate.
the afterlife because I'm stuck with Solus.
The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
Solus, don't do anything stupid that you'll little regret.
Now is not the time, Solus.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade either.
The Fade itself is reacting to our presence here, much more strongly than I've ever seen before. Perhaps it's because we're here physically, instead of simply visiting in dreams.
The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
How do I know? I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was like the last time I was here.
I know
Right
there was
now, I'm more
giant-ass
concerned with
spiders.
getting out safely.
I had
That huge
no
door was right on the other side of that
weapon
rift
to
Aaron
defend
was
myself.
using, and there could be others.
This is shitty. I'll fight whatever you give me, boss. But nobody said nothing about getting dragged through the ass end of Demon Town.
In our world, the rift the demons came through was nearby, in the main hall. Can we escape the same way?
It beats waiting around for demons to find us, right? There, let's go.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Oh yeah, this must be a dream come true for your crazy ass.
Yes, literally.
I don't suppose you have any words of wisdom for this part of the Fade?
Why would I ever voluntarily come to this part of the Fade? The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful.
I don't
Some
know.
variety
You like
of
going
fear,
to
I
the
would
Fade.
guess.
That's all
I suggest you remain
You
wary of
simple
its
question.
manipulations and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
I was breathtaking, you feel. I was just that you was there, like.
That is odd.
Now, if I remember correctly, I do believe with every Dragon Age game so far, you've been into the Fade one time or the other. Because you have that, well, actually 2 times now. One time going when you at the Flaming Circle. The second time when Dragon Age Inquisition, we accidentally possessed it. We just so happened to possess Andals, hence the whole justice for I don't know, mages, I guess. I don't know, Andals are going crazy everywhere. But now you also have us physically walking the Fade. So I just always think that was actually quite unique.
Shall we have a look around?
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Saying never soulless. Would you stop whatever you're doing getting caught? On. There's no way this could have bring anything to Foresight. Or bring any trouble. Mainly that. Do I know you?
By the Maker. Could that be?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia. Back at Haven, I thought I saw... How can you be here?
She's not. I fear we face a spirit. Or a demon.
You think my survival impossible. Yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
The real Divine would have no way of knowing that I've been made Inquisitor.
I know, because I have examined memories like yours, stolen by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror.
So it's basically
the
that one
calling
spiral
that terrified the
thingy
Wardens
from
into
Splinter
making
Things.
such grave mistakes. It's work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
How do we hurt it?
We should likely focus on escaping the Fade first.
You hurt it by escaping the Fade
since we're
and
healing,
leading your
might as
people
well
against
do some damage.
Corypheus.
Well, how about?
That wasn't what I meant.
I know. But for now, it is the best answer I can give you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna attack you physically.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
What's going on here?
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Looks like they get a beauty makeover.
Someone, help me!
So, your mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
Is that everything you wanted me to see?
For the time being. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
Ah, great. Good to know. You know, we're all one big happy family.
The Divine.
Trying to...
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
Whether this is a kindly spirit or a demon fighting its rival for territory remains to be seen.
That's great and all, but the nightmare is the thing currently scaring the shit out of me.
It is a fear demon, as I suspected, likely drawing on terrors related to the Blight. Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion, save perhaps desire. Be wary. The nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
After what it did to my fellow Wardens, I pray we find some way to strike it down.
We have a visitor. Some silly little girl comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from her shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think the pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
Guess this nightmare wasn't such hot shit after all.
These are but minor servants of a nightmare.
Just let me have this moment to hope, all right?
Yay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. One of my neighbors.
There!
Now, this is actually quite cool. If you target them, you can actually see that the vitals actually represent a field. I didn't know that until I believe maybe my second, was it like, I believe my second playthrough, and I actually thought it was actually quite the small, cool little detail.
What is that?
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. The Kunari will make a lovely host for one of my minions. Or maybe I will ride his body myself. What's it like living as an apostate, Vivian? Do you really think you'll reclaim your power in the Circle? At your age?
Not one word.
Mabanal in Asalin, Marsolas in Amardin.
Bonal, Nadas.
Can someone educate me on what the heck is that all about? Or once again, Solas is going to pretend nothing has happened. Thought so.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Fenris is going to die just like your family.
Those were little fears. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
You saw spiders? Spiders would have been a massive improvement from what I saw.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Well, now I feel better.
But yeah, sorry, it just, those small little details just really brings out a game. Well, if you ask me.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger.
Sorry about that. Ooh.
We cannot be very long. Until later, then.
The demons!
Go! Now these numbers are what happened, I believe, like a few minutes before the game stops. Literally. As you can most likely see.
This is the breach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demons! Keep running! Ah!
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Oh, that was creepy. Hello, nightmare fuel.
The only thing that's important right now is getting out of the Fade. Whatever you are, you've helped us so far.
What we do know is that the mortal divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
Oh,
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that
Jeez.
crime were under the control of Corypheus.
You
We can
cannot
discuss
blame
this
someone
further
to
once
mind
we
control
return to
something
Adamant.
that they obviously
Yes,
have no control over.
Adamant,
Simple as
where the
that.
Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge
And
us? You killed
who
almost
followed
every mage
Seal
in
Corypheus
Kirkwall.
away in the first
Yes,
place?
because too many of them were practicing blood magic, just like your Wardens. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed.
Oh,
The
shut up,
wardens may
Solus.
once
No
have
one
served the
likes
greater
you.
good, but they are far too dangerous now.
And shut up!
They're
No one
a relic.
asked for your
The
opinion.
days of their usefulness have long since
Seriously,
passed.
why are we discussing
Don't
this
know that
now?
you can pass judgment on the only folks who know how to stop blights.
Yeah, that also.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
Ah,
The nightmare has found us.
Form up.
I'm with you.
there you go. I don't think I ever told you guys, but the reason Hog sided with the Templars was because of the
Come,
basically that
real
one
or not, the divine is the key. to
Frankenstein like Maeve did to her mother. By the way, spoilers for I think a 6-year-old game. I mean, she was for the Maeve before, and then she formed some sort of post-traumatic stress disorder. And no, she is not against her sister.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction. When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
The Maker's blessing will end this wretched beast.
I am loving the zombie dinosaurs. Could I be worried that there was alluvions connected to the Fade? I guess I know the answer since they're probably going to do that with Morgan pretty soon. Wow, great poem. Magnificent.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah,
I thought it
so
said
if we
bow.
banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
Let me tell you a brief mythology story about Pandora's box. When Pandora opened the box, every horrible thing come into life. The last thing that came out of the box was hope. What I'm trying to say is, it's not all doom and gloom, people. That is creepily breathtaking.
What's with the water? Trying to prey on my deep fear of having wet calves?
I'm sorry. Fear nothing. Well, I would say magic, but what do I know? Blackwell himself under that. Oh, poor Cole.
There!
get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your strength. That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fade.
The rift! We're almost there.
Don't say it like that. That guarantees another demon is gonna show up.
That competitor! And his big butt spider.
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I failed you too.
Oh, Peter, it's a mole pit.
I grow fat on your fear. You are nothing. You will die in agony.
We can do it!
You cannot stand against me.
Wow, that was easy. Just smooth sailing. And I just think that's all. Oh,
We need to clear a path.
Lovely.
Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must...
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
That's a decision.
Hawk.
Say goodbye to Varric for me.
God, that thing is butt ugly. Think of a better entrance than that.
With the nightmare banished, Corypheus lost both his warden mages and his demon army. But in the stories your soldiers will tell, their Inquisitor broke the spell with the Maker's blessing.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned, they can tell whatever stories they like.
And I suspect this will not be the last story they tell about you.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. We've seen no sign of Hawke since the ledge collapsed, Inquisitor.
Too soon.
We assumed she was with you.
Hawke didn't make it.
Stroud, you're the senior surviving Grey Warden. What do we do now?
You stay and do whatever you can to help.
Oh, shut up, Solus.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
Are you flinging these fools at demons now, my dear?
God.
Couldn't you just use rocks?
I am totally
While they do that, I'll report to the Wardens at Weishaupt. We won't be caught off guard by Corypheus again.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Maker watch over your Inquisition. It has been an honor.
Sprout sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. Hugh dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
We owe much of that to Hawk, and to the Divine.
Yes. While you bested Corypheus here and at Halam Shiral, he himself was not present either time. We fear he's close to finding another way to enter the Fade. When you have a moment, Colin and Josephine are waiting in the war room with an update. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even, and she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Yes?
Did I ever tell you about the time Hawk was on a Merchant Guild hit list? Hawk's uncle got into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. Their weird, foreign foodstuffs arrived alive, and one of them, true to its name, wandered off in the middle of the night. Shit. The guild traced the shipments to Hawk's uncle, but as usual, he was so far in debt he couldn't see daylight. So they went after Hawk instead. They sent guys from the local carter to Hawk's estate one night. 5 big dusters, armed to the teeth. They're about to kick down the door when Hawk just opened it and invites them all inside. Leandra, Hawk's mother, made them tea, and for the next 2 hours tried to get them to make small talk. They wandered out of the house in a daze. No idea what just happened. Never came back. Hawk just had that effect on people. I always wanted to tell that one. Thanks. I guess I've got some letters to write. I should be the one to tell Fenris. Excuse me.
There is something I wish to discuss.
training here will say that if they're smart.
You wanted to see me?
Bull!
I got it! Yeah, my soul's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, though, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
You knew the assassins were coming.
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrith training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking? See? Like that. If I'd warned you or the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
Are you all right?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec, liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now. As it is, it stings like shit, but that's about it.
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrith? Besides, this wasn't serious. Sending two guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Talva Shoth. Talva fucking Shoth.
You acted like a Talvishoth for years. That didn't change you. Neither does this.
That was just a role. This is my life. As one of those. I've killed hundreds of Talvishoth in Saharan. Bandits, murderers, bastards who turned their back on the Qun. And now I'm one of them.
Bullshit. You're a good man.
Without the Qun to live by.
Hey, you're a good man. If the Ben Hasrath don't see that, it's their loss.
Thanks, boss. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be. Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Make her a lady. Corypheus is taking a lot of them on. Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Running today?
Excellent. Save the feet and legs.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yes. He trusted your judgment on the matter.
He was not interested in my judgment today. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time. Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Are you all right? You seem very intent.
I am. This needs to be done before I forget. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
Fair enough. Just be careful what you write.
Do not be concerned. I am a poor writer, but not unaware of the weight my words might carry. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
I don't know the truth any more than you do.
Sadly, unanswered questions make for poor reading. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
I hope it helps.
I've seen bigger castles fall, but not better.
Why? Heard what went on in that Fade thing? What you think went on? Can't even start to believe that business.
I think a lot of people are having trouble with what went on there.
People going on about visions and piss when real people are gone. Dead, probably. Hawke, yeah? Lost a champion. And in trade, a busted-down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or, I don't know, maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden? You forget the hero of Ferelden.
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him.
And how much did you need?
No.
But you like demons.
I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings.
It isn't abuse if I ask.
Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic.
He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages. And then... I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
Isn't it extreme for Solus to bind you? What if that takes away the part of you that makes you... you?
Helping makes me who I am. I help the hurting. That is what I do. All I do. Am. Me.
And if binding you erases your mind? Your consciousness?
You wouldn't make me hurt innocent people. I don't want to hurt innocent people again.
There has to be some middle ground between do nothing and bind Cole with blood magic.
Indeed.
Hello.
I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Good. They will not take me.
There is something I wish to discuss.
From what... Yeah, I can hear it too. I'm kind of glad I'm not the only one that spotted that.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
That's what we want. Demoralized soldiers fall first. Where is Corypheus now?
After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Good of Corypheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
I do believe Solus's voice actor is actually like British. If I remember correctly, because I remember seeing him, the actor on Port with the Doctor Who
elven
special
from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed.
I don't know, it's been a while.
I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds.
I kind of like the way how Sarah pronounced Corypheus' name. It's funny.
Corypheus wants this, and you brought it into my castle?
If the Darkspawn could breach these walls, would he not have already come for you? I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
What is the deal with Morgan and the Levions? Can't the gods stay away from those magical atrocities? They just bring nothing but misery. Or misfortune. That what his name is.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
From my time watching the BBC, it's a very British actor.
A place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space.
Oh gosh.
The ancient elves.
I couldn't really think of any good canonical names, so I just stuck with the
This is how they travel.
Well, quote unquote name they give.
As you can see, most of the mirrors are
each
dark,
Inquisitor,
broken, corrupted,
Inquisitor,
or unusable. As for the rest,
if you cannot come up with one,
can be opened from this side, but
I personally didn't want to waste the time because it's kind of hard to type on console.
How did you find out about this place?
Yes.
My travels
it's funny
have
because
led me
it's
to
actually
many
close to
strange
my
destinations.
my real name, Sarah.
Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary,
sanctuary.
Just without the H.
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Man,
opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Why do they all that? It's not so loud.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
I gotta say, personally, I love coming up with names for my characters. But when I do,
you have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor.
Kind
of
we
must
hard
work
to
together
think
to stop him,
of a
and
name
soon.
right off the top of my head. Yeah, this place is creepy. Oh, again, don't forget to close the door. Oh my legs asleep.
I have another package. See that his reply is given priority?
I will try. There are many packages. Ledgers.
Do not mix it up. I should be disappointed if that happened.
It's the Inquisition. There will be no mixing.
Of that sort? I hope not.
It's beyond
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worried?
Our favorite vampire from another game.
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right?
Somehow I expect you to be taller, paler, and have a sassy attitude. And also having daddy problems. I really hope they introduce, at least has a teaser trailer for the next Dragon Age game, because I've been waiting forever. Well, maybe the past 2 years ever since I got into the Dragon Age series. But also I'm hoping for E3 is the next Elder Scrolls game 6. I don't care what people say, Elder Scrolls Online isn't part of the gaming experience when it comes to Elder Scrolls. Speaking of Elder Scrolls, this the actress who played Bianca actually did a companion. I think her name was Sierra. She was probably one of the only good companions in Skyrim.
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
You're
I take it you're a friend of
Eric.
Eric's.
But yeah, I really
Who
hope
isn't
we
a
get
friend of
something
Eric's?
for
You have
E3 for
met
the
him
new
before, right?
Dragon Age game, the actual entry. Oh yes, I hope that I know this is a long shot, but I hope you can actually choose to, if you're an elf, you have the option of going to Solstice side. I know that is asking too much, but it will be probably the next step of what the game can bring to the table.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's
Or the
taken
cat
a
that
huge
ate the
risk coming
pigeon.
here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
But yeah, I really hope in the next Dragon Age game, you keep on choosing your own way, because one thing I know I keep on saying it, but the one thing I didn't like about Dragon Age 2 is that you're only a human and nothing else. Because I know that like mods like change your race to like an elf, I believe, but it just, other than that, it's just another thing that Dragon Age was disappointing.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Yes, I gotta say, how the grew on me, but after maybe going through 2 playthroughs, she started to grow on me. Unlike Varric, who just, was probably the only good thing out of Dragon Age 2. Yeah. Oh my gosh, not now. Sorry, neighbors.
You got your wish, sort of.
I'm going the wrong way.
Empress of fire in the reign of the lion, eclipsed in the eye of the empire of we are Elysians. Empress of fire,
Inquisitor.
season may come, we fight for the day you restore our heart.
What are they seriously picking that up now? Jeez. What an annoyance.
Thank you.
Sorry. Neighbors. so they knock on my door. I'm not.
Inquisitor?
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
So long as you weren't aiming at me, I'm sure the box had it coming.
I swear, I didn't know you were... I never meant for this to interfere.
Are you going to be all right?
Yes. I don't know. Did you know Ferelden's circle was taken over by abominations? I was there. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve.
Yeah, that would be actually quite cool if you actually played a real Canoli, not, you know, a Kelva Sork.
And for what?
Sorry, that was a really bad accent
attempt. But, madness. Kirkwall's circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Why would I want to do that? You thought we're gonna be insane for not telling him to take more Lilium.
With everything that's happened,
be the most heartless person to
a
even
bad
do
time
that.
to start over.
I should have seen that. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over, if you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right.
just what I
dark. Once we sat in our kingdom.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Possibility, especially with the quote, and especially what happened in Trespassal. I believe there's going to be some sort of Konali invasion in Thedas, and you know, just go to the Bento. If like I said, with what happened in Trespassal, I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen. It's a very high possibility. And if that's the case, they can probably, you know, reintroduce like spin to alt this. Just try phone. But yeah, especially with them redoing the script for Dragon Age 4 and it being more story focused and character focused, I think okay. I believe what you said is a high possibility, especially what happened in Trespasser. Especially with when you know who the Red Wolf said, you know, that this would give you a few years of peace before, you know, the Canary come back looking at your door. And with Spin commenting to Alistair about, oh, I don't know, about the peach tree mean nothing to the Canary. They just see it as, you know, not as significant as the humans. So what you present is actually can highly can become, you know, can come into past. Especially with the Dragon Age 4 script being redone, being more story and character driven. Let's hope they actually keep that promise. But yeah, I really hope they do focus more on the Canary, especially the Qun later on, especially with the past games starting with Dragon Age 2, focusing more on the Canary as not just a species, but also as a culture. That would actually be probably a hard choice for characters inside people to choose, because you probably had the two most bad examples for countries, and you had to choose which one you're going to support: the Magisters or the Qun. I would support the Canali if the Cune wasn't involved whatsoever. Ah, this looks really cheery.
I'm guessing there's more.
The Darkspawn will have the run of this place.
Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Darkspawn are coming up through here.
Well, let's seal it before more join us. Night-Captain Ryland should see fewer Darkspawn now.
The tunnel was opened from the outside. Someone was digging here.
To tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind less elves and human companions and more non-human. That is kind of why I like the I think her name was Shade in Dragon Age Origin. You know, the golem. It'll be a missed opportunity if they don't do that. I personally wouldn't mind a Darkspawn companion in the next game. That would be kind of interesting. Why I think that is because of Legion from Mass Effect 2, I believe. But something to keep in mind, there were humanoid, like aliens in Mass Effect. Despite them, maybe one of the examples, them being underneath a suit. I mean, that is kind of the reason why I kind of like Legion from Mass Effect 2. I mean, he was the enemy, but not quite. That's why I'm all for a Darkspawn companion. Or better yet, a Nug companion. Now, that would be cool. It'll be actually quite interesting if they actually do like races that haven't been shown, like the scaled ones, for example, for them to make an appearance in the next game. I'm not going to talk too much about the scale one, but it's basically one of those races that have been mentioned in the lore, but have yet to make an appearance.
Do not smirk at me, recruit. I will stick my boots.
I'm sorry. If some of these quote-unquote passive-by dialogue is just too passive not to at least listen to. Yes, the quote-unquote lizard man. I know there've been some theories, I guess, that they were some sort of like dragon hybrid.
Come take a look. Just don't touch.
Oh yes, but unless you. But somehow I won't be surprised if there was a mod on the Nexus that lets you play F1, because sorry to keep on referring to this game, but in Skyrim there's actually a lot of lore-friendly races that you can actually play, to the dwarves, to the snow elves, which up until the Dawn Guard DLC we had no idea how they looked like. mentioned, like, actually not too long ago, there is a mod on the Nexus for Dragon Age 2 that makes you a Hawk as an elf, despite it not being quote-unquote lost on me. Yeah, since this is the first game that the player actually has a chance to play a Kunai, I wouldn't be surprised if the next game introduced, another race. But the question is, who will it be? Or what? Whatever. Isn't Bright about have Will Smith in it in that one Orc Cop that's on Netflix? That for some reason the critics hate but the audience loves. I think it came out like last month. But I have yet to see it, but it's kind of on my to-watch list at the moment. At the moment, I'm kind of watching the original Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist that came out in 2003. That is really loose based on this source material. Seriously, what's the deal with the tentacles and skulls? Obviously, it wasn't a Titan sitting on the ground.
Excavating. I take it breaking into Darkspawn tunnels wasn't part of the plan.
They'll be holed up somewhere, if the Darkspawn didn't get them. This place gets better and better.
Why it always had to be giants? giant. I really don't like fighting these guys because I've been run too many times in Skyrim being but more than to the atmosphere. That's what I'm if I could find a giant again. Neither than a lazy giant in Skyrim on this hop. I'll let you the post them or go to palace. Trying to kill me. Right, I left it.
You can't hurt me.
Poor Vivian.
Vince Darkspawn, a giant? This was a pretty good day.
The men here were laborers. Someone must have been coordinating their efforts. I doubt they stuck around to fend off Darkspawn.
Yeah, free hug with his feet, which is holding me quite dearly. Ow, my ears. Sorry. You mean this playthrough? It's the Iron Ball.
moment.
What is it?
Worthwhile.
More giants? What are they, pets? The Vints are crazier than I thought.
Let's look around.
Well, see you next time. Nice talking to you.
Masters do when they learn his efforts here failed, I wonder. Allow me to take a look.
Excellent.
Okay, I think that's probably enough for today. If that alright with everyone, thank you for coming by, and I hope you guys see you guys in my next stream. I've been Meg Freak X3, and I hope you guys have a nice rest of the day.